This is very similar to what I saw the first time when I crossed into Madam Morris. A lady standing in front of a cardboard house with a couple little girls hanging on a skirt, and she's cooking on a campfire.
Though Bob has been visiting this family for the past 2 years, on this day he discovers something new.
2 years she's had this open sore in her leg. She didn't even mention this to us because she didn't want to trouble us about it. The doctor's given her injections. She says the injections and the medicine that she's been taking for 2 years have done nothing. Okay, well, here's 800 pesos that they could use for the doctor. And I will be back in a couple of weeks and I will need a receipt for this, but she does need to go to a doctor. And if this is not enough money, when I return, we'll get some more.
One of the most shocking scenes Bob first encountered 4 years ago was at a children's home, where he discovered the enormous difficulty involved in the task of caring for 24 poor children.
When I first came here, they had 24 children, and they said they needed everything. The children were sleeping 3 to a bed. The plumbing was not working. Toilets weren't working. Showers were barely working. Some of them, their parents are in jail. Some of them, their parents absolutely just can't afford to feed their children. So we ran out, we bought some groceries, went back to Houston, and then I would work one weekend at a part-time job, and then the next weekend come down here and keep it all kind of going. And then when the other cops found out what I was doing, they all kind of kicked in, and then one thing led to another, and today we pay all the bills. We ended up founding an organization so that we could bring more and more people from America to come and to see this and learn what I've learned.
Eventually, Bob realized it would be necessary to establish a foundation to carry out the work of his dreams. He called it Paper Houses Across the Border, named for the cardboard structures which initially caught his attention when he first came to Acuna 5 years ago.
It's nothing for us to give away a couple thousand pounds of food.
What's your name?
It may be Bob Decker's greatest achievement. Feeding 240 of the children at the Emiliano Zapata grade school in Acuna, Mexico. If it weren't for Bob and other Americans inspired by him, even the tables and chairs would not be here.
We started out with taking the meals over to the school. We only could take 40, that's all we had money for. And then eventually we got up to 100, and now I'm told that we're right at around 240. This is probably the most nutritious thing they'll get all day long.
Once the children are fed, Bob, along with fellow board members Christine Wigman and Bob's daughter Jennifer Hicks, stock up on supplies for other residents of the shantytown in Acuna.
Let's have some fruit, maybe some oranges or something.
Before Bob had formed the organization, he would just get up and speak about what he was seeing. And I said, I'm Christine Wigman, and I would love to come down with you. And now I've been down 7 times so far since January.
Bob will deliver to about 20 more homes today.
You lead it, we'll follow it, kid. Just like
Each family will get flour, beans, pasta, cooking oil, and fresh fruit. Enough basics for at least a week. In the sweltering 100-degree heat, Bob, Jennifer, and Christine make the rounds with their gifts.
I think